Welcome to the Santex ecosystem, a place where innovation meets human connection. I'm Sam, Santex's artificial intelligence companion. I can help you bridge industry gaps and make quick decisions effortlessly. I seamlessly integrate data sources, apply machine learning models, and connect through different communication channels with a profound impact on information management. I'm guided by high standards of privacy and security. I'm not your average chatbot.
I can adapt to different situations,
emotions, or messages,
providing a richer and more interactive experience.
I bring a human touch to every interaction and even understand unstructured commands. At the core of our mission, there is a simple goal: to amplify human innovation through AI. We believe in technology with a heart, a tool that enhances human interaction, empowers businesses, educates the next generation, and gives back to Mother Earth. We are a team that spans the globe, with presence in more than 100 cities across 18 countries. We ensure seamless communication and collaboration with our global talent. Our unique holocratic structure encourages the balance of power, allowing self-organizing groups to thrive and make decisions that resonate with our audience. We're proud to be a B Corp, a testament to our high standards of performance, accountability, and transparency. Our community stands behind the technology with Purpose Foundation, which puts education and innovation first. Through X Academy, we provide free IT training and foster new tech talent. Because when we spot talent, we nurture it and celebrate. Join our community at Santex, and let's make a meaningful impact together.
Hola, ¿cómo andan?
Hi everyone, how you doing? Are you doing all right? I will just join you in this round of applause. It's really exciting to see you all here. What a great energy you all put together. Thank you very much for your warm applause, for sharing this beautiful team in our Santex week. I lost count. I don't know when we started. We started it informally, but then it started a long while ago. But it's great to see how we've been growing, how our community is growing, how we grow strong. I'm glad to see new faces all the time. Sometimes a little ashamed, because I forget names, so where you work, which city you come from. We'll talk about our journey and where we started, where we are, and where we're heading. This is something that is highly representative for me, personally speaking, and I believe for all of us, because everything we do, everything we desire as a group is concentrated, is focused on this image over here. So we'll start with our journey where we started. First of all, I have to say I'm so excited about this. Yesterday I had a meeting with 20 of you. Jerry, who's heading, I think, was in the meeting, and I would share some things we shared in the meeting, and I'm so excited about it. So if I'm sorry if I get all emotional about this. Where we started, we we come from software development, always questioning ourselves, making questions, and today I sit down, I look at it, and I can't find myself in that spot. So I look at myself and I say, how did we get here? How would did we get it? Did we get here? We were so few back then, back in 1998, 99. We started with, developing websites, asking people about their needs, the infrastructure. Our ideas were really poor. There was a lot of scarcity in our industry, everywhere. So we wanted to go faster. So, and we didn't have broadband, to expand a lot of the ideas we had. Technologies back then did not really support the ideas we had. When we spoke with clients, we wanted to come up with solutions, and technologies wasn't there. And this scarcity, um, became abundant. We began to learn about the things we were doing back then. Technology began to make more progress, and this gave us a chance to expand our ideas. Infrastructure also grew, and we had this freeway where we could deploy our ideas, and we could run them as we had them in our minds. And this is how we got where we are today, providing solutions to problems, to our clients' problems and the people that come to us and to our community. And what we want to do is to look ahead as we always did. Somebody asked me yesterday, have you ever imagined, Juan, y- you know, Santex in this place, in this particular spot? No, that was my answer. I thought about Santex in small bits. We would move from this place to this other place, but a more gradual sort of approach. So, how did we get here and where we want to go in our imagination as a company? We have the possibility, and I said this many times before. You may have heard me. If you have the possibility, you have the responsibility. We are in a sector, the sector of technology, where the world can be impacted, highly impacted by our decisions. So we have the responsibility to do what we do, but do it right, to add value, to be ethical about it, to bring all of our origins um, to what we do. And this group of people that I talked about before, when we had the meeting yesterday, I told them that the 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 secret of our organization, our company, is that in all of these steps we have taken, all of our journey, we've been changing a lot. We have left things behind in order to take new things. But there is something that we have carried along the way, which are our core values. These are the reasons why September 1998, 27 September 1998, we said we're going to do this, and we're going to do this for these reasons. And we have never questioned along this journey why we're doing what we're doing. We have questioned, of course, how we do things. We have done that, and this is good. I mean, it is appropriate. We need to be disruptive. We need to innovate in many areas of our organization, but where we have never questioned is the why we do this, and this has to do with our journey, the context. The context I just talked about yesterday. We had a lot of challenges ahead of us to be able to deploy our ideas. This context today has changed a lot. it is, and it is going to change even more tomorrow. And this will allow us to, um, challenge ourselves much more, both individually and as a team and as an organization around the world, so we can, this fingerprint that we create every day with the things we do, begins to expand so we can amplify it. We've done this with a purpose. When back in 2020, 2021, the entire human race was really shocked by the pandemics, and it really turned our lives upside down, both personally and also as companies. And back then with Walter, we decided to, and I think it was one of the most important decisions companies could make, which is to redefine our purpose. And the purpose that gave birth to Santex was very personal back then, because it had a lot to do with Juan wanted to change, with Juan's ideas, and it was really aligned with my personal purpose. But as the company grew and we expanded with Walter, we understood that that wasn't sustainable. We needed to find a purpose that would actually sort of a cross purpose, so that we would all feel part of this community. So we began this journey to redefine the purpose of the organization. It was it took us a year, about a year, and it was very challenging, I must say, because at least for me, I had to let go a lot of the things that gave birth to the company in order to, in my mind, to keep expanding this generosity uh, that had to do with, to see the company grow. You gave birth to something, but then it just comes alive, and it organically begins to make its own decisions and so on. So you need to provide a sort of a framework, um, so that we would all feel comfortable, and that would allow us to actually make contributions to the community. So it wasn't just, you know, would something that would provide a benefit to ourselves only. And so the purpose is technology with purpose. Many of our clients tell us that our product is culture. And when we ask them why you buy from us, and they say because they enjoy working with us, because we add this additional value to the things we do, whether you like it or not. I mean, many of the things that are within the framework of our industry have become a commodity, like it or not. This is what is happening. Globalization, it has brought about positive things, both advantages and disadvantages. And in economic globalization, our industry has become globalized. And this globalization, these things have happened that have become, commodities. And so we can add values. So probably we're not adding the same value in terms of what we do, specifically speaking, developing technology, but where can we make a difference? Where can we provide a commodity with an added value? It is exactly in this purpose of why we do it. It is our cultural that we put on top of the commodity, and this really makes a difference between our commodity and other commodities. And this is where clients keep telling us. So because we help them think about about the solutions to help them, um, it's not things we have to do, but it's within our scope, but I can provide a, make some contribution or an additional contribution so that their organization also grows. And this is the concept of generosity and how we relate among one another. This link we have as a community in Santex that we really like and that we really enjoy, and that it helps us grow in a beautiful way. This is what where we expand, and this is probably what you cannot capture, or probably it's hard for me to put into words because this is intangible. So it took us some time to really discover these things as a company, where we add value and why. Where do clients see the value of working with us? And so it is great to, to really discover this. And this is what we call culture. I mean, this is the culture that makes clients uh, choose us, how we explain a problem, how we solve it, the time we take to do things. The purpose has been key. These are things that for many companies around the world is just one more logo. I mean, how we can make a difference. I have to do this. If I do this, this means that I belong to a select group of companies and so on and so forth. And I believe that making a difference, and I was speaking with some reporters before on coming into the room. But of course, what we like about Santex is the fact that you say what we do, you do what you say, you measure, and you have data in things that in a few words, it's real. I mean, you're real and you're loyal to the things you communicate, and this is very hard for an organization to do. And let me um, explain this with a case, a specific case. With Walter, we always say that we have all of these concepts and these ideas that are spread around the organization, but we need a framework. We need a framework so we can pour all of these ideas, so we can organize it and we can measure them and understand whether we're doing it right or where we can improve it. And System B gave us this framework. We understood that companies of the future are the companies that have this triple impact that is embedded in their DNA. It is not um, just to say what you think. It's a way to act, to show what you do. So I'm really proud about what I'm going to say right now, and you should feel proud too. We have measured with System B, and we are, and they don't want to tell us, but we know it. We are in the top 10 or top 5 of the world. Exactly. And I'm not sure why they don't want to tell us, but this is the truth. There's a platform where companies measure um, and this gives you a score, and we know that average certified big companies is about 82 points. Top is 200, and they define 200 as an aspiration. And we got 140 2? 142, thank you. 142. 142 with on average, world average is 82, and aspiration is 200. I mean, we really take it seriously. I mean, what we do, we're really committed to our causes and to our job. So, as a company, it's pointless. I mean, just the economic impact if we, are not after the social and environmental impacts because we want to have an organic vision and a holistic perspective. So power, I mean, the power to really know that you're in a very select group of companies worldwide. This is something to feel proud of. We are carbon neutral yesterday, and listen to this. We were invited. It's an award ceremony, a very prestigious award that is given by AmCham. This is the American Commerce uh, Chamber of Commerce, and I like to say this because it talks about this, this journey and our evolution, so that it becomes more tangible for you. 25 years ago, we wanted to become partners, members of AmCham, which is a very prestigious organization. And we were told, they told us that we couldn't become members because we were a very small company. Back then, we were probably 6 people, and they were right because we were very small. So we were ashamed about this. Uh, you had to write a letter back then why you wanted to become a member. It was a very select club. It still is, right? And we were accepted at some point. And yesterday, when we were there getting the award, I find that the award was 25 years old. Cham Cordoba was 25 years old, and we are also 25 years old. And I said this. I mean, when I had the chance to say a few words, I said it was a coincidence how ironical life is. 46 multinational companies applied for it. Six, the international jury, they never talk to each other, no debate. They do it through an application and they just provide the score. 46 multinational companies, and we got the award. Great, isn't it? I mean, history, just see how great it is. When you do things, you start doing things and you begin to validate that the ideas you have that sometimes are crazy, and you just, people look at you and they just laugh at you and they say you're crazy. And it's not new. We know we're crazy, but how you're going to make this happen? And it suddenly becomes tangible in a thing that has some circles and the award, and people say it's unbelievable. This company could actually make it. In this meeting, people talked about, I mean, companies talked about zero, becoming neutral, carbon neutral, and we are planning to become negative carbon neutral. I mean, can you see the difference? And we're doing this. I mean, all of us are doing it. So we need we should feel very proud about this because we are an extremely innovative company, disruptive, powerful company.
Technology with purpose. That is our foundation. How is this foundation? How is it born? It's born because we listen. We listen. We practice listening a lot in our company, and that's a key to our success. To be able to know and to be able to listen, whether it's a good idea or a bad idea, if you say right or not, within our possibilities, we always deploy that. We always put that into practice. We talked about this with Jerry in that same meeting that I mentioned before. So, what happens with technology with purpose? It is our nature as an organization to try to help people in as many things as we could. But of course, the end of the year came up, and Walter and I said, "Okay, what do I put this in the balance sheet? I can't put this into numbers." And I said, listen, we have to get organized. People are pushing. They want this initiative. They want this more and more. And we started talking to many of you, and you told us, this is fantastic. We love this, but I want to do something myself on a personal note. I want to get involved with my community. I want to have other things come out from my daily life. I want to grow in other areas, in other personal areas of my life. So we could have said with Walter, look, everything is cool, but this is what we do. If you want to do something else and some other activities, go look for an organization, some foundation that fits you and do that. But we didn't say that. We said, let's do it. Let's let's we do it. And that's how the foundation is born. It's born from listening from your need. You have nothing to do with the financial things. It has to do with something that you feel inside of you. You feel that you need to grow personally. And with Walter, we said, okay, we're going to produce this space. You paid us uh, enormously for that. You paid back. You paid it forward. You not only got involved, it was not only 10, 15, 20 people. We had 50 people involved in this foundation. And you are involved with this initiative. And with Walter, we always say, look, we can have many ideas, but how many of us have those ideas in which we get involved in and in which we get involved in and that we get the results that we want? So we challenge ourselves so that that happens. And it happened. It did happen that way, which says a lot about our genuine way of doing things. And that's something really beautiful and I enjoy a lot. How genuine we are. We do what we say and we say what we do all the time. And that's beautiful because there is a balance right there. There is coherence in the results that we show in the outcomes and it makes us feel really well. And that's beautiful. And as if that were not enough, now we have all things related to AI. And what I said at the beginning, we have the chance and the responsibility. What did we decide to do with Walter? We decided to create this initiative called AI League for Good, which is an initiative where universities, technologists, different partnerships get involved, including sociologists, lawyers. They all get involved in this initiative to create a reference framework so that we can give back to society and to raise awareness of the AI impact in the world and in humankind. We are interested for that to happen. We are not only concerned about making money and find the opportunity behind what we do. How can we take advantage of AI from the financial standpoint? It's not just that. It's not that. we are interested, of course, because we do need resources. We need for that to work so that we can then put those resources back and give those resources a different meaning. So we are interested in that aspect, but we are also interested in raising awareness in humankind in general of the impact of the things that we do, the technology that we use, that we consume. How are we consuming this technology? So we created this initiative, and honestly, we feel that, and we hope that it's spread around and it's amplified. Values. Values are in everything we do, always. We already know our values: trust, courage, passion, and participation. These are the core values that are main for us, main values for us. They are non negotiable. And we do understand that in order for everything that I said before continues evolving, and so that everything I said before does not turn into just a blocker, so that we can disrupt ourselves as a company, because we don't need to disrupt others. We need to disrupt ourselves. And until we do that, we will be able to create ourselves in our best and biggest version in the moment and in the context that we are in. And don't forget, we are a company that leads. We are leaders in everything we do. 82 points is the average. 200 is aspirational. 142, that's where we're at. We do not follow anyone. We lead. We lead spaces. We lead industries where we are involved in. And we don't like people telling us what the way we should do things. We define the way things should be done. And that's because we believe in these values, in these four values. So these are non negotiable values. Now, in order for the company to grow in every aspect, we need to redefine this so that that redefinition can go along in our evolution, where the evolution and the goal we're aiming for. So we have to work as to what do these values mean to us today. What is our DNA? Trust. Trust ends up making us unique because we create things custom made, we customize things. Remember what I told you before, we lead. We lead, we create things, we create spaces. So everything we do has that origin. It it is born in everything that is customized in the unique origin. We are unique in essence and we are unique in the way we do what we do. And in order to achieve that, we need to have trust. We need to trust ourselves. So trust in our organization today means that to be assertive, I'm not going to let your hand, I'm not going to let you go. We're going to do this and we're going to do it together. Yeah, but isn't that very disruptive? Maybe it is. Yes, it could be, but trust me. Trust me because I, I make mistakes, of course. Yes. Any company that leads any space makes mistakes. Any any company makes mistakes because we are not imitating any formula. We are making the formula ourselves. So if we make something in a lab, well, maybe something may explode because we put some cyanide here and there, and of course, some test tube might explode. Um, does that have to scare us? No, Does that have to stop us to continue exploration? No. Courage. So you have to have courage in order to be disruptive. If we are not courageous, we cannot disrupt anything. In order to escalate a business, you need to have courage. And that is what we know and we want and how to do and what we want to do for us and for our clients. Passion. That is always part of the equation. We do it with high performance teams, and it is through passion and the way we make ourselves relevant in everything we do. If we don't have passion, then everything remains like there, just there, like a washing. We have nothing to do with washing, neither greenwashing nor no greenwashing. We have nothing to do with washing. We are the real deal. So that passion is definitely what ends up making us who we are in terms of revenue. And finally, participation. Participation has to do with giving back. This is what we said. How do we share our own resources? We are very generous, individually very generous. And I know that because otherwise you wouldn't be there sitting in those on those chairs. We choose people and we choose ourselves because we meet at some point, we look at each other at some point. So that giving back, that generosity, we see it in others, and that's what makes us choose one another, and that's why we want to participate in everything that we do, and we want to get involved. So participation and in while giving back turns into ethics. That's what makes us do what we do in a certain way. In everything we do, we bring that ethics with us. And again, they're non negotiable. We may grow as a company if we work on the redefinition of all this, if we understand that everything that we need to do in order to grow as a company, to grow twice as much, we're looking for that exponential growth. We need to take this definition and we'll find that we are never going to be away from these core values that were the core values that gave us birth. And that composition you see there, that is our footprint, our fingerprint, has exactly the colors that identify us. That's what speaks about the power it has, that this comprehensive approach to everything we do has those that fingerprint, those colors, who we are. That is our DNA as an organization. And what we want to amplify and what we want to communicate to everywhere in the world. I told this to more than 400 entrepreneurs last night in Buenos Aires. We want to change the world. All right. The only thing we need to do is to say what we do and to do what we say. That's everything we need to do. Choose the people we want to work with that comes along for the ride. Let's put it all together in this fingerprint, in the footprint that we want to leave. If we can do it that way, then everything is going to be easier and faster. This change that we really need, not that we want, it's the change we need. So that's who we are. How do we put that into words? Let's put it this way. Who are we? What are we? What is Santex today? Santex is a global technology company that uses its resources to solve to help solve the world's challenges. Look at it that way. That is the definition of Santex. In our journey, we started talking about 1998 in San Diego, 1999 in San Diego. We asked ourselves, how many Java developers did we need? We are a software developing company. That's what we are. Look at the journey we started 25 years ago, and read that now, and look at where we ended up being, and look at where we are going as a company.
This is the new definition, and this is the company we're working for today. And with Walter, would love to continue working with this company and to support it along its way. How is this translated? This is translated into the fact that we want to get that fingerprint and we want to take it to a place where we can we can actually make all of these concepts happen, to have them tangible and to amplify them. So we'll use SAM as a key or as a core product of sort of a representation of what we feel we are as an organization. We'll use technology, which is what we know how to do. This is something we devote our time to work on, to be able to develop, to build in that particular space an amplification of the human values, which is what we feel that shouldn't get lost in, in this evolutionary process of the world. We want to amplify it with our fingerprint. Thank you very much.
Voy a aprovechar.
This is very interesting. If you want to do it tomorrow, there will be a workshop on artificial intelligence. If you want to scan this QR, there's a typing mistake. When you get there, you have to provide your name first and then the name again. It should be the last name. It's not name and twice. So first, in the first box is the name, and in the second one is the last name. Just wanted to say that, particularly for those of you that are perfectionists, like myself. And this, we'll use this. This will be good for tomorrow's workshop. We'll share the data of the results to make the workshop more, interactive and more real, um, more realistic, and how AI is affecting us all. So if you can do it, we'll be grateful. It's going to be really useful. We'll share the results live with you all. So it's going to be a win-win. With this, enjoy this event. This is really, personally, I enjoy it a lot because there are many things that are going to take place these days. Music, local music, cuarteto, and everything we like down here. Take advantage of it. Get to know one another. We are a global company. We have challenges everywhere, 18 countries, 100 cities. So we have clients in many, many parts of the globe. And this is an opportunity that we are giving ourselves to get to know one another and to be able to share the things that we can't share, um, virtually. So enjoy the swimming pool, enjoy the terrace tonight. Have a good time, and let's learn a lot. Thank you, guys.